Hey y'all, welcome back to Cooking with Siobhan. I'm Siobhan Muir, and today we are going to make what they call blueberry oat scones. But really what they're saying is, we're gonna make this bread thing, throw a little dried fruit in it, and call it good. It's going to be gluten-free because that's pretty much all I do anymore. And I'm gonna have to wing this a little bit because some of their measurements were really strange. Like 4 tablespoons of vanilla, and I went, no, we're not doing 4 tablespoons of vanilla. Nobody does 4 tablespoons of vanilla. That's insane. So I modified this a little bit because I'm like, I want to make something that tastes good, and might be something people would want to eat. Anyway, so what are you going to need? So this is going to be a large recipe. You want 2.5 cups of gluten-free baking flour, or gluten-free flour of whatever is your favorite flavor. 1/2 cup, actually, yeah, 1/2 cup of oat flour. And then 2.5 cups of oats. Yeah. This is a very large, yeah.
All right, well, there we go.
4 tablespoons of, yeah, exactly. So,
Maybe.
Anyway, you're also going to need 1/2 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 1.5 teaspoons of salt.
Okay.
I did 1 teaspoon because I'm just like, that's a lot of salt.
That's a ton of salt. What are we doing?
2 sticks of cold butter cut into pieces.
Just about a cup of butter.
Yes, a cup of butter. 2 eggs, which I don't have out here, but we can get 2 eggs.
Good.
And then it said 2 tablespoons of double strength pure vanilla extract, or 4 of the
strength?
or 4 of the single strength. And I'm like, I'm doing 1 tablespoon max. I don't care what kind of vanilla you have. That's way too much vanilla. Some of these flavors, I'm a little like, no. 1.25 cups of buttermilk. But if you're only using the regular vanilla, drop 2 tablespoons of the buttermilk. So that's really 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. Which, no, a cup and a little. Because they wanted to. So I've got 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. And then a cup of dried blueberries or apricots. I'm sorry, not a cup, a 1/2 cup. I only had less than 1/2 cup of the blueberries, so I just added a couple apricots. Now there's a mix. And then 2 tablespoons, heavens, of cinnamon sugar for sprinkling. I'm pretty sure you won't need 2 tablespoons. So that's just gonna be one of those wing it things, okay? So,
strap in, y'all. It's gonna be a ride.
This is a big recipe. I'm hoping this bowl will be enough. With 5.5 cups of dry ingredients. We're winging this because we've never made this before, and these measurements seem really strange.
Laughably huge?
Yes, laughably huge. It says it makes 30 scones. We'll see. So we're gonna go with it. Yeah, so 2.5 cups of flour is what we're gonna start with, because why not? Yeah. By the way, I found this in here.
Oh! I couldn't figure out where it was.
Me neither.
Like, where did it go?
I was feeling the same. And then I'm like,
it's usually in this drawer. Where did it go? It's in the flour. Well, there you go.
it's in the flour. Now it's not. Okay. So then the next thing you need is 2.5 cups of oats. Now I'm using quick oats. You can use, they said rolled oats. You probably can use steel cut. This might have a better mouthfeel though. Steel cut oats, and they're hard.
Ew.
And
hard oats.
When you're cooking them, it's no big deal. So we'll need 5 half cups because this thing won't fit in here. So just understand that I'm making 2.5 cups, but it takes 5 half cups. This is 5. That's 5. 1/2 cup of oat flour.
Out of curiosity, how cold is it?
Pretty cool. We got it out of the freezer because it was supposed to be kept in a cool environment, and it was taking too much room in the fridge, so it's in the freezer. I'm gonna get a spoon and kind of mix this together. Once you kind of mix the 3 oat flour things together, you're going to get that. All right. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 218 degrees Celsius. This is probably a good idea to get started now. My oven takes about 10 minutes to warm up, but whenever you're ready, definitely start your oven. Add the sugar, baking powder, salt, and butter, and process until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. This is a good time to have a pastry cutter because you're going to put all of that in there. However, if you happen to not have a pastry cutter, a fork will work, or a couple of knives where you just kind of mix and cut and mix and cut, because what you're trying to do is just mix the butter into this concoction over here. What I'm going to suggest also with this is we'll put in the dry ingredients because they whisk together better. So there's the sugar. I'm just going to whisk together the sugar into the dry ingredients. Yeah, right, fine. You were right. Set it down. You were right. Fine. Okay, fine. Bigger bowl. Always do the bigger bowl. All right. So that was the sugar. Then baking powder and salt. It's a tablespoon of baking powder. And I only did 1 teaspoon of salt because a teaspoon and a half of salt is a lot of friggin' salt.
Again, what are you doing? Making pancakes? A double batch? I would know because I do.
So, yeah. And now this is where we're going to process this butter.
I'm really glad we put it in that bowl.
What? The butter?
Just the whole concoction at this point, because there's no way we could make it work in that little bowl.
Yeah. All right. Now this is going to take some arm strength and some determination. Can I have a butter knife, please?
Yeah.
And because what you're doing is you're cutting the butter into the dry ingredients. Now you could, the original recipe says, use it in a food processor. That's great if you have one. Mine died a few years ago, and by the time I needed a new one, I was looking at the cost of food processors. Holy cow, they're very expensive. And yeah, it might save you time, but here's the thing, when they break, they don't let you buy just pieces of it. You have to buy a whole new unit. And the whole new unit is way too expensive to make it feasible. You better hope if you have a food processor that it never breaks. I bought 2 of them. I bought one right after the other because they broke. And after that, I'm like, well, shoot. I guess we'll just let it go. You know what I realized?
What?
The dough has no spices in it.
Well, we gotta fix that.
I mean, the only thing you do is cinnamon sugar on the top layer.
No.
So we will do a teaspoon and a half of cinnamon because of the large 5 cups of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not gonna lie, that might be from my sweatshirt here.
Okay, we are adding to this recipe 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Because remember, there are 5 cups of flour and a quarter, please. So 3/4 of a teaspoon of cloves. Cloves is very powerful. You don't want to overdo it. If you overdo it, people are going, oh, nice cloves. And that's all they taste. So there, that's where we're gonna go with that. Oh yeah, so much better. So much better. Can you give me one of the small bowls that we use? It doesn't matter if it's got stuff in it.
Sure.
I just need, no. Like,
What did you do this bowl?
one of the small bowls we used. That's a little bowl. It's a tiny bowl.
Oh, directions.
because you're going to end up putting it into that. So the first thing they want you to do is whisk together eggs. Oh, well, or you could have the shell too. I don't know if you want the shell.
And your little dog too.
Crunchy bits.
There you go.
Thank you.
Unless you want the smaller one.
I do want the smaller one now.
That's what I thought.
Okay. First you're going to whisk the eggs because you kind of want to get this all mixed together. Buttermilk, like I said, a cup plus 2 tablespoons.
Because yes.
There. When I'm making buttermilk, I use milk and vinegar. When I make it. You can, it's very easy, but sometimes like, just buy it, I don't want it for it. It smells a little bit like, as if you had melted sour cream. And then the vanilla extract. Okay, so remember it calls for like 4 tablespoons? I'm willing to do 1.
You might get her to do 1.5.
No, I'm not even sure I can handle doing the 1.5.
I said maybe.
I'm gonna do 1, and we're gonna do 1 tablespoon. That's a lot of vanilla.
Ton of vanilla. I don't even go above 1 teaspoon.
I accidentally, one time I was making cheesecake and I accidentally put in 2 teaspoons of and I'm like, whoa, it's gonna be vanilla-y.
It was actually,
it was good.
It was great, actually, if I remember correctly.
It turned out okay, but I was going, oh God. And then it said add the dry ingredients. I'm like, no. This is where we add the wet to the dry and we mix it together,
Dry
okay?
ingredients in this huge bowl to this tiny.
Right, it said add the dry ingredients to the, it said a 4-cup measure. There's no way that is going in there.
Let alone they don't even know how it works. You know, you do dry first and then add the water. No, that's funny. We're gonna stick all of this in that go.
Yeah, that's not how this is going to work. No, we're not. Yeah, well, I'm putting all of this. I needed a bigger bowl. I'm into. No.
Oh, come on, we can do it.
I admire your enthusiasm. However,
I'm optimistic.
that's one word for it. Delusional. Another word for it. Now what we're doing is we're mixing this all to make an actual dough. Now, remember this is gluten-free, so we might have to add a little more liquid because, and then I'm not going to add more buttermilk. Now what's interesting about this recipe, it says turn the dough out onto a lightly floured work surface, which we might actually do because it's sticky. And knead gently until the dough holds together about 6 turns. My dough's holding together, so I'm not even really worried about that. Pat the dough into a 1/2 inch thick, so about 13 millimeter thick round, so you can add the fruit in the center and then cut the scones into squares or triangle shapes with a sharp knife. Place them about 1 inch apart on a greased or parchment lined baking sheet.
Okay. So what is roll it into that round, right? And then on one side, 1/2 of it, cover in fruit, and then fold it over.
I think so.
No, don't just set it in the middle and then.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so
Got your flour.
thank you. I don't need this. Don't need this. I won't need that anymore. I don't think.
God, I hope not. Do we need this anymore?
I don't think so. Okay, so it sticks together. You know what? I'm not gonna roll it. I think rolling it might actually cause more damage, and I just don't have the energy to deal with that.
Fair.
So
what do we want to do instead?
I'm gonna pat it because I think my hands are probably a better way of doing this anyway. You know what? I'm just gonna square this sucker up because very large.
Yeah, it's...
Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking. Because if I cut it this way, let's say I cut it this way, and fold this half that way and that half. Do you see?
Yeah.
We might actually get, I don't think we'll get 30, but. All right, so we'll start that. Now, I'm also going to lightly score the middle here, all right? Actually, I probably want to score the other side, but whatever. What I'm going to do with the fruit now is I'm going to put it here. Okay. Look at that.
Did it do it?
It did. Now, I do want to make sure. There we go. Now, this one's going to be a small one.
Good luck.
Over there.
Says about an inch apart. Yeah. Yes. She must be making tiny ones.
They didn't look tiny on the
I know, but like, she wants this to make 30?
apparently. Okay. There's that. Ta-da! I'm gonna have to clean my tongue. Oh, I'm not done yet. To sprinkle liberally with cinnamon sugar. Just right there.
Do you want to do the vanilla sugar instead? Because we just put cinnamon in there?
Sure. You can do that. I'm gonna wash my hands again. So, originally this recipe called for vanilla sugar in the actual thing and cinnamon sugar on the outside, but we put the vanilla on the inside, or sorry, the vanilla on the inside along with the cinnamon. And now we're putting just a little sweetness on the outside. All right, you're supposed to bake, it says. Bake at the preheated oven until crusty and golden brown, about 17 minutes. I'm glad they gave us a number because crusty and golden brown could be like, well, was it torched? We'll do this one up here. That one down there. And I guess we'll see you in 17 minutes. Wow. They look kind of good. They smell good. Yeah, go ahead and try that. Like the scones are not necessarily supposed to be terribly sweet.
That's much better.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're right for what they are.
You just have to add something to it.
Jam or honey. I mean, it's a good scone if you plan on eating, like, if we had the raw sugar on top, that might help. Or, you know, in this case, adding honey. Yeah. So, as long as, that's a good recipe. The more vanilla.
You definitely don't need more vanilla.
But you could get away with like a couple of teaspoons of almond in addition to your tablespoon of, and that might bring some flavor into it a little more. Remember, oats make things really bland, okay? You're going to need to eat these. These are good. Actually, they're pretty good. But you'll need to eat them with something like jam,
yeah,
marmalade, or honey. Or, you know, agave syrup. You'll need to eat them with something that is sweet because they're going to be bland. Now, they are tasty. The cinnamon and the cloves really helped. Without something else to add to it, jam, honey, they're going to be like, well, they're scones.
They're scone shaped and they taste similar. But yeah, we'd be a little...
Those got a little crispy.
A little dark.
These did not.
But yeah, without that.
Without the honey, they're going to be very bland. But that's oat. I mean, it's not a surprise with oat. Oat flour, oats are really boring unless you add stuff to it. Cinnamon and again, the reason I added those other spices, because I was looking at this going, I know oats are boring. It will need to be, it's a good recipe if you want to eat it with jam. Like, this would be great with apricot jam.
In case you didn't get enough apricot.
Right, and I have a piece of apricot right there. I'd still eat it with apricot jam. I would eat it with raspberry jam. You could probably get away with the raspberry.
Blackberry too.
Blackberry, blueberry, strawberry. Ooh, strawberry would be nice too. But, or honey, agave syrup, something. You need a little bit more sweetness to balance it out. But otherwise, the scone recipe, if you're really into scones that are really subtle,
it's a great one.
Is a good recipe, and you just need a little extra to it. So I would not go, oh, no, I will never make it again. I would up the sugar. You could get away with upping the sugar. I would not up the vanilla. 4 tablespoons of vanilla. No.
How do you arrive at that?
I don't. I would never have gone there. And I didn't, as you see. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Definitely ring the bell to find out when there are new... subscribe to the channel. Find out when there's... And that ringing the bell means you'll get announcements about when there's a new video. Definitely comment and like on the video. Did you actually add more sugar? And less vanilla?
Did you decide to add more vanilla?
Did you decide to go the full vanilla, the in-your-face vanilla? Let us know. Tell us
if you did, let us know if it actually has taste. I'd like to know.
I still say you have to eat it with honey.
Oh, I agree.
All right, and then and let us know if you added like raw sugar, the large crystal sugar at the top. Maybe you want to do color sugar. Please let us know what you did. Definitely like and comment on other videos. Sign up also for my Patreon, which is patreon.com/Siobhan Muir for cooking videos, writing fresh off the keyboard, extra bonuses that I haven't announced yet to my own patrons, so you're not going to know until you sign up for Patreon. Ooh. But definitely join me because you'll get some really cool extras. Happy making, happy baking, happy eating, and happy reading. Bye.